This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Okay, so we got True Life. Camron, once upon a time, was allegedly punched in the face by True Life, and Dame Dash is now, saying, hey, Camron wants to send money to my kids. Well, I'm going to tell the truth. He's a sucker for running from a fight from True Life. He says one of my cousins were with him, and I asked, how'd you let Cam get punched in the face? And he says, well, Camron didn't swing back, so I ain't going to defend somebody who ain't going to defend themselves. Now, Dame Dash is doing all this because he's really in his feelings that he doesn't have as much power anymore. And like someone like Camron, who once needed his help, now he needs Camron's help. I mean, it's been now talked about that Dame Dash turned down $1 million offer from Mace and Camron because he thought there was more money out there for that 1/3 of Rockefeller. Which, he thought Drake was going to pay $6 million. He thought NBA YoungBoy was going to pay $2 million. Jeezy even offered him $1.5 million for it, and he said no. So when everything else fell through, he really didn't want Jay-Z to have it, because then Jay-Z would own 2/3, and then Biggs would own the other third. But yeah, so anyways, Dame Dash really... Biggs might not even own that 1/3 anymore. He might have sold it to Jay. Who knows? But anyways, Camron and Dame Dash, they were friends, and it's unfortunate to see this. Dame Dash is really hitting below the belt with this. It's like anything someone... We all have our flaws. We all have situations that, can make us seem and be easily teased on for us. Like, oh, remember when you did that? Remember when you did this? But what it shows when you go through something with somebody is like, what are they going to bring up? What things have they really thought about you all this time, and they just didn't say it because they were friends with you? But really, them saying it, period, at all, even when you guys are having a fight, means that they always thought that way. And you can never really forgive that. So, this relationship is over. They might be cool again, but it will never be the same. I think Camron trying to give money to Dame Dash's son wasn't good either. I'm not justifying that either. He should have asked Dame, hey, can I give your son some money? We wouldn't even have known about that, honestly, if Dame Dash didn't let the cat out the bag. It's not like Camron bragged, yo, I had to give your son money. Maybe his son actually needed money at that point, because why would Cam just send him $5,000 for interviews and stuff, And I don't think Dame has it, to be honest with you. I think a lot of people know Dame doesn't have it. And bringing up the True Life thing is low too, because True Life has moved beyond that. He went to jail, came home. He still signed a Rock Nation. Nothing happened. He has the Rock Nation chain now. That whole beef with True Life was really behind Jim Jones anyways. On True Life's neck, there's a Dipset chain and a Jim Jones chain. The Jim Jones chain is the one that he took with looking through the eye right there, the blood sign. And then I think the Diplomat's chain was Joel's. I'm not sure though. It was somebody's, and that's his Rockefeller chain. But really, his beef was with Jim Jones the whole time. Camron was just, involved in it by default. Dame Dash is just going out sad, bro. And I see some people trying to defend him out there. There's nothing to defend. There's nothing to defend. Dame Dash, we can always say he's a legend and all this other stuff, for sure. But he's just making a mockery of himself at this point. It's sad. So... we got, let me get this. So the Caribbean Awards. I guess this award was really meant for Dexter Daps, but Granium received it, right? And he actually threw it out in the trash. He says Cranium throws his Caribbean Music Award in the trash after he says showrunners called him a week after the show to retract the award. The show admits the award was mistakenly given as Dexter Daps received 40% of the fan vote, and Cranium only received 12%. So he threw it in the trash. He's not going to give it back. That is disrespectful, bro. To try to ask for it back. I'll play a small excerpt from it. He did like a long thing on it, but we'll just play a little bit.
Been disrespected in my whole entire life by nobody. Like what the Caribbean Music Awards did to me. And me will never forgive you now. You know why me never forgive you? Let me tell you why. When I call my phone and ask me to come perform on a show, I never ask you for no award. I never ask you if I win any award. I just say, yo, may I come perform. You know why? It's New York. It's New York City. It's only right for me to make sure I come through and show love. Like I did the first year when the show was being a thing for the first time. I came out of my bed and come perform. Matter of fact, and I swear to God, lightning strike me. This year I didn't even take a show in New York because I didn't want it to collide with phone show. So I didn't even take no money. I've never been this. You hear me tell you? When it was 3-4 weeks close to the show, I said no. Me didn't take an after party, nothing. I said no.
All right, so yeah.
Hosting, my God.
And, you know, that's what happened there. I mean, you know, he goes, I don't blame him for rambling for a long time for that because it is disrespectful. DoorDash teams up with Cardi B, and they're blasting Cardi B's new album already because it drops tomorrow. Then we got Alabama Barker and Bad Baby. They've had some issues, but she comes to her defense when Bad Baby cries about her boyfriend putting hands on her. She says, hey, we had our differences. I don't support the way he treats her, and she doesn't deserve it. Now, allegedly, Alabama Barker slept with this guy, too. I don't know. Drake has officially earned $779 million lifetime in tour revenue. That's big. And LeBron James speaks out about Drake and says that he'll always have love for Drake, and nothing's different. They're just in different stages of their life right now. They're each doing their own thing. That's a very political response for that. The disrespect LeBron did showing so much love to Kendrick when he's friends with Drake. He didn't even have to go to the Kendrick shows. He could have just enjoyed the music and enjoyed the beef. He didn't have to pick a side, but you picked a side when he went to the Pop-Out show. It's just true. And he would have picked a side if he went to the Drake show either. So he couldn't have done either one. He would have just had to stay neutral, you know, and I think Drake would have understood that too if he just stayed neutral. He would have respected the neutral stance. Kai Frost has reportedly been cleared by the police in the murder of T. Hood due to him acting in self-defense. Now awaits DA to pursue charges or let him walk. Well, obviously they're going to have to let him walk, right? TikTok US has finalized Oracle Silver Lake and A16Z take control of landmark 80-20 split with ByteDance for TikTok. So TikTok saved. Herbo explains what happened to his arm in viral photo with Louis Farrakhan. That was his fault. Yeah, that was a weird. He says he was up late and he just wasn't in the right state of mind. It was like 9 a.m. He just come from the club. It is a weird way to have his. He's laughing at it too. I like when people can laugh at themselves. Jeezy has a podcast now. Everybody has a podcast. Every rapper is going to get a podcast. They're all going triple plastique. Jeezy doing a podcast, bro. If Jeezy doing a podcast, everybody's doing a podcast. This guy is a notorious non-chatty patty, but I guess he's like, you know what? I might as well be a chatty patty too, along with JordanTower and everybody else and academics. You know, why not? Everybody has a podcast now. This is where rappers ruin everything. I told you. Okay, Memphis Bleak has a podcast. Gilly has a podcast. Now Gilly and them are good. Joe Budden. And some people started early. Now every rapper copies, right? So Gilly, Joe Budden, T.I., they had podcasts, right? Now everybody's copying and doing a podcast. Like, oh, I'll start a podcast. And guess what? There's going to be no podcast money for anybody. I'm telling you. This is how it's going to be. LAPD homicide detectives searched a house tied to David for the murder of 15-year-old Celeste. So they walked out with a computer and several evidence bags. This is the body that was found in the Tesla trunk. It was to this musician. I've never heard of him before, but hey, they're investigating him. And that's about it. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. I will check you guys in the next one. Peace.